Welcome back. It's the last day of the month and it's a Friday. EABL has started off the Friday pretty well actually, reporting half-year numbers up 9%. And if you are a shareholder, you have a 3 shilling interim dividend. This is 20% higher than the dividend you received last year. For you to qualify for it, however, you need to still be on the record by the 28th of February and you will be paid in April. Now, we were discussing, or rather we were having a one-on-one with Sang earlier with regards to shares, and he says he's not in the stock market, and he had very interesting questions, and I know you are watching us.
Yes.
Is this the kind of space that you find yourself in mostly when you're meeting people? Do you find people who are keen or have the knowledge of the stock market, or what are the kind of people that you interact with when you talk about stocks?
90% of the time people are clueless.
Clueless?
Yes.
Why do you think it's so?
I don't believe we ever did an effective investor education.
Okay.
Everyone keeps saying they have. I know CASIB have a fund.
Yes.
And the NSC has a fund for investor education. Capital Markets Authority also has a fund for investor education, which they have had for the last 20 or so years.
Wow.
So the question has been, why is it that we only have 1.5 million investors listed CDS accounts? Which don't forget that includes corporates as well.
Exactly.
As well as foreign investors and everyone else. I think it's because we never explain to people what really is a share.
What is a share?
And then why on the stock market?
Oh, why the stock market? I mean, Sang was asking me what Sang told me he has an investment, and rather he also has additional revenue that he gets over the weekend through his side hustles. Yes. But his core investment is in poultry, agriculture, which is good. But then he runs the risk of being in a space where the locust is happening, so he's seeing the future for this. It could be a miss, it could be a good year. You're not too sure because there are just too many factors that are out of your control. How would you talk to Sang? How would you tell Sang to get into the stock market, and is it worth his while?
First on his locusts.
Yes.
Last time I checked, chickens eat locusts.
Chicken. I hope he's listening. Sang, I hope you're listening.
So if you dry them and crush them, he has a high protein supplement for his chickens. So
we have reduced the risk to his poultry farming.
Yes.
Okay.
But and since they've eaten the food,
be careful to come to the stock market.
No, we must not use fear or speculation.
They say fear and greed is what drives markets.
There's what kills markets. Because it's the speculators who get eaten for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay, I'll put my hand up for that.
And then the investors make the killing every single day.
Exactly.
What the issue is that now that he knows he has his side hustle, which is bringing in money, he needs to plan for the long term. So from the revenue he gets, from the profit he makes from his chicken farm, he can start off by expanding up to a point. And then really decide that I think now I'm at the most efficient point with my poultry business. Yes. So any extra profit he starts making after that, he needs to find a place to park it. Unfortunately, chances are he'll go and look for a 50 by 100 piece of land somewhere in Nyandarua or, as we say, next to the SGR. I've never understood why we like plots next to the SGR.
Because you hope that the government will come and buy it from you at like 109 times.
But the SGR is already done.
It's already done.
Okay, I thought maybe when the train passes, they sprinkle water and seeds.
Somebody's like, okay, let's just raise some money from the SGR.
So if you're actually right next to the SGR,
shop some money on the SGR.
So we're very agrarian.
Yes.
So what we'd like to do is to tell people, stop fearing the stock market. So take a bit of his profits, maybe 10% or so, and then try and understand how the stock market works.
First, open a CDS account.
Yes, and like we said, that should be the first point.
That should be the first point.
The first point should be open a CDS account and treat the CDS account like a bank account, the same way. When you open a bank account, they tell you minimum deposit, 1,000 shillings.
Then you put, so we can work with what's a good minimum deposit? Because I don't want to be biased and say Safaricom is the stock that you need to buy, or KCB or equity is the stock that you need to buy. What is a better way to look at it and put a minimum amount in the stock in the account?
This is a learning point.
Yes.
Initially. Yes. It's a learning point and we need to break some fear. So we do it like the bank. It's 1,000 shillings. So open a CDS account.
Put 1,000.
Put 1,000 shillings.
Okay.
And then look what you can buy for the 1,000 shillings.
For the 1,000 shillings.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Then that should now give you an interest of monitoring that particular share.
Okay.
Then the following month, he can put in another 1,000 shillings.
And then go buy, do you buy the same share?
Same share preferably, until he gets to a certain level. And then he can maybe add a second share or a third share. But more of it is, let's go through the education part of it.
Okay.
And that will be, are you understanding what's going on?
Yes.
Are you watching what's happening in the market?
How do I watch? What are some of the resources that I should absolutely look at once a week, if nothing else, if I want to be on the stock market?
I think it's look for, okay, I'll go back to if you come to my stocks platform.
My stocks, okay.
You can come in and we give you up to 3 months of historical data for free.
Ah, fantastic.
All you need to do is to just log on to the site.
Log on to the site. You can get price
Historicals
data.
up to 3 months.
Okay.
No fee, nothing.
Okay.
That's free. That's our investor education contribution.
So that's the trend analysis really, because
Yes.
if you're giving me 3 months, you're showing me this price went up, went down, and you're really making me want to be curious and ask myself, what took it up?
Yes.
What took it down? So if I want to answer those questions of what took the price down, what took it down, then how do I answer that question?
Now on the same platform,
Yes.
we have a ticker that streams news.
Okay.
So based on that ticker, you can tell whether there's been an announcement,
Fantastic.
or there's been an activity, have they announced their dividend, or the rest.
Yes.
So that's there. So we give you one single screen from which to
Go and
monitor.
do your homework.
Yes. So you
Fantastic.
don't
Why
have
did we
to
have
go-
people like you when we were in class 3 or 4? Or doing
You
all
had,
that?
but you didn't want us
Okay.
in class.
Okay, but what you're saying is I have to take the decision as Mbithe. If I am going to invest in stock or in any other asset class, I have to empower myself mentally. I cannot
Yes.
expect other people to make that decision for me. But if I'm
Yes.
going to do it for myself, like one way of getting all this information is going to my stocks.
Yes.
To my stocks, because I get trend data, then I get news and corporate actions to
Yes.
to get an understanding of what was happening here. Why was it going up? Why was it going down?
Yes.
Then how do I then select the stock that I want?
Like we said, it's 100 shares to buy.
100 shares.
So if you have
No,
1,000
which are good
shillings,
shares. I
if you have
don't know
1,000 shillings,
anything
you can buy
about it.
any share up to 8 shillings.
But Robert, I have to start somewhere. It's like even
And
when I'm
that's what
buying
I said,
land.
just pick up.
Which one?
Let's be careful.
Imagine if I pick up EGADS, surely.
Pick up
Or if I
EGADS.
picked up East African Cables.
Pick up.
I can't. East African Cables is not in a good space now.
Pick up.
No, you have to give me two
See,
things
that's
to do
the
before I
interesting
pick.
thing is that, and that's why I say that let's be true Kenyans.
Yes.
Okay. You arrive in the city, you have 3,000 shillings.
Okay.
You go down to Nyamakima, to the stalls for hawkers.
Yes.
Okay. And you look at what's available that you can pick up
For
the amount of
3,000.
money you have.
Okay, I like that.
Then from
It's
there,
list.
yes, then you decide, where do I go?
Where do I go?
Do I go to Moy Avenue? Do I go to Highway? Do I go to... And after that, you'll sell or you'll remain with 90% of it.
But get your skin in the game.
Get your skin in the
Get
game.
your skin in the game.
That's the only way. Because
Get
if
your
we
skin.
keep telling people to analyze, then
Yeah.
we suffer from
Paralysis.
paralysis.
Fantastic.
And that's our biggest problem.
So get your skin in the game. Open your CDS account.
Yes.
Maybe we should be able to show the list of our brokers that, actually what we will do is maybe find a way of showing the list of brokers, the charges, what they charge, and who has an online platform that is more
allows you to
easy,
easily-
that allows you to do that. Open that stock account, and how can you be able to open it and put money in it?
Yes.
Then figure out, then from there, we go to the next step of, okay, now what's a better way of selecting a stock?
I think we need to have that conversation when somebody has at least picked a stock.
Okay.
And the benefit here is, if the share they picked up first, they didn't think it's what they wanted down the road, as we say, they can always sell it. And
can
you
always
asked,
sell
why
it.
the stock market? The stock market provides liquidity and means that you don't have to go looking for who to sell to.
Okay.
Which is why I always laugh when somebody tells me that people are selling, as foreign investors are selling.
Yeah.
And somebody would think that the foreign investors have been sitting outside NSE
Yes.
with their shares.
Like waiting, like I am waiting.
Yes, I'm going to sell to NSE. No.
Yes.
If there's a seller, there's a buyer.
And that's the thing. And what I like the most about the stock exchange is if you compare it to land, or if I compare it to buying a house and selling, do you know, it can take me months, if not years, to find somebody who will match my asset at the price that I want. But the stock exchange, there's so many people who are in and out. So I'll always find somebody who wants to buy it and to sell it. The question is, am I willing to wait it out for the price that I want? Or if I need to get out now, then I can be able to find somebody who will buy it at this price today.
Yes.
Okay, I like this is the first point that we're starting at. As we come to the tail end of this interaction, where is your stock account?
With who is the broker?
Yes.
Will he pay me a commission for
No, I'm curious because me and you are studying. I'll tell you what mine is.
Africa Development
Development
AIB.
Bank.
Africa
AIB.
Investment,
Okay,
AIB.
fine. Mine is with NCBA Capital. I already have existing stocks, but I want we can probably now see with our producer how we can be able to start with the 1,000 and see how we can move from there, at least without contravening any regulations that surround the whole element of trading.
we're allowed to do a joint account.
We can do a joint account.
Yes. So the two of us.
Robert, I think you'll bulldoze me at some point. How will we share the decision-making power?
And I think that's part of it, because don't forget, most people have to do that as groups. And,
So we open
I think
a
if you
joint
look at
account.
most of your investment groups, your chairmas and the rest,
Yes.
they are groups, and they need to be able to find a way to make their decisions on what to buy and what not to buy.
So joint account.
Joint account.
Wakaba is the main person here. A joint account is what we are opening,
Yes.
and we're getting our skin in the game.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add to the conversation today?
The interesting thing is Bull shares have actually been dropping,
Yes.
even though you seem to be excited about the dividend payout.
Slightly higher. Because the thing is, for the longest, last year, the shareholders were very livid. They say, you're sitting on cash, you've already built your Kisumu plant. Why will you not distribute this cash? But then the point of contradiction is when the president was in London, they did say that through Diageo, through East African breweries, we'll be setting up additional plants here. So they actually don't have the leeway to be expending money. So it was a pleasant surprise to see 3 shillings.
Yes. On a share of what is what? How much?
No. It's an interim dividend. I mean, the dividend on this particular stock, it's not the best, but it's still something, because it tells me that they are at least listening to their shareholders and are actually trying to manage what the shareholders want and what the business wants. That's the thing that I took from that.
Is it someone else? Because the largest shareholder is Diageo.
Of course.
So it's Diageo who just wanted to get money out.
But somebody else got some money out. Okay, yeah, fair enough. But the price has been coming down. It's not 212. It hit a high of 250.
Yes.
Was at 198. But if you did 198, that was December till now, 1 month. That's about 6-7% return already on price appreciation.
Good.
Okay.
Which is better than the dividend.
Much. So capital appreciation and dividend, that's the
Yes.
next thing that we need to discuss.
Yeah.
And after we open our joint account.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. I hope that we've left you with a couple of question marks which you would like to know. What are your questions? Our challenge here is we are going to share. This is our own BBI on Markets Today. We are creating roles and offices, and I hope to have the bigger role here, but let's see. I am very accommodative and diplomatic. Our focus is to open a joint account and really walk through the process of how do I get to the stock exchange? How can I be able to make some money off? I hope you'll be able to join us. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Enjoy your weekend. Don't do what I wouldn't do. See you again on Monday, same time. Good afternoon.